Hi everyone, I'm in my car this week. Just popped out to our local village to do some shopping for the Easter weekend. It's something like 24 degrees outside, probably a bit hotter in the car, and shopping did involve chocolate, so it shouldn't be too long, otherwise that would be melted. We've been thinking a little bit this week about self-care, and I've been thinking about it a lot for a couple of weeks and trying to figure out what it is that we really need to share with each other that is going to be of benefit to us. I think quite often we are told that self-care is the equivalent to me time, and I was thinking a lot about how this has sort of come about to be, and I have been thinking through about how mainstream life sort of involves this idea that you have time when you work, and then time when you sleep, and time when you have hobbies, time when you relax. And I think maybe to fit self-care into your life, the answer seems to be that you create a time, a me time, when you can go and do something by yourself, maybe. So we're told that me time looks like going out for an evening with your friends, or having a spa day, or a bath and a glass of wine. Whatever it is, it's set aside from other things that you're doing in your life. Now, when we are at home with our children and our family all the time, and our job, if you like, is 24/7, and our children do need us 24/7, which invariably looks different depending on their ages and just where they're at as people and what's going on in life, but we are available for them all that time. Somehow self-care can appear as if it's on the periphery of that, and therefore still require us to be removed from our family and have me time, or sometimes it can appear as if our needs aren't as important, or as if our needs aren't even in the equation at all. And this really shouldn't be the case. So what we're left with is trying to work out how to care for ourselves in the midst of us being with our family 24/7. How to weave self-care into our lives so that we are not looking forward to a specific time or event where in fact we escape from our life. And when you look at it like that, it requires you to change your perspective on what self-care is. So self-care is not this taking myself away from my life, but self-care is looking after you in the midst of your life, so we can do things that make us happy. And similar to how you would maybe do something for your child that would make them happy, so cooking your favourite food, buying yourself flowers, having a corner of the house that is yours, having pictures on the wall that you like to look at. I'm sure we could probably think of lots of ideas. But it is about weaving into your day moments of joy for yourself. And this can be really challenging, because quite often we've been told that me time is the bath and a glass of wine. Now, if you don't like baths or glasses of wine, that's not going to work for you. It could be challenging because we're told that what you really need is a girls' night out. Well, if you're someone who likes to go to bed early, or doesn't like crowded places, this really isn't going to work for you. So part of the process is getting to know yourself, getting to know what you like. If you think you might enjoy a certain wine, then try it, and if you don't like it, you don't drink it again, and if you do like it, you can buy it again. If you fancy trying out a certain craft, do that. Give it a go, and if you like it and you enjoy it and it is something that either relaxes you or energizes you, then carry on doing it and make space in your life to do those things. But if you don't, then don't. I think it can take quite a long time for us to sometimes find the things that we enjoy and the things that we're interested in, but it's worth persevering with, and it's worth trying out different things. And one of the things I think I've really learnt myself is that if you don't really know what you enjoy and what you like doing and how you like to spend your time and what makes you feel good and what relaxes you and what gives you energy, if you don't know yourself, then other people, when they are trying to bless you, they won't know what to do either. And they can guess, which is lovely, and they can try different things as well, which is equally lovely. But it will bring them equal amounts of joy to know that when they have gifted you something, or when they have blessed you with something, that they have done so by providing something that will care for you. The other thing we need to be aware of is that self-care being weaved into our day is not at the expense of other people in our family. The same way that their needs being met is not at the expense of ours. It's about finding mutually acceptable times and mutually acceptable ways to allow us all to care for each other and care for ourselves. Again, this can look very different depending on the ages of your children and where they're at and what the current climate is like. It can often be more difficult, I guess, generally speaking, when your children are younger, and you need to be maybe more creative or really start to scale things back in your own thinking about what's important. I remember when I could start to take a daily shower again after having very small children, that was in itself an entire and complete experience. I was able to wash thoroughly, to wash my hair, to wash my face, and to be able to do all of that in its entirety without having to respond to children's needs. And I can remember thinking about how special that time was, and that was just the simplicity of having a shower. So it does take some creativity, like most things, some problem solving maybe, a little bit of thinking out the box, but it is possible, and it is necessary that you are catered for and your needs are also catered for as part of the family. It will lead to a better understanding of yourself and a better understanding of what you need. It will lead to better relationships in your family, and instead of this idea that I need to escape from my life, I need to escape from my family, I need to leave behind my children so that I can be restored and be fulfilled and enjoy a moment in my life, which, if you take a minute to think about it, is really not a very pleasant message to be sending to anyone in our family. But instead those things can be, I want to go out with my friends for the evening because I enjoy being with my friends. I would like to go and have a bath and a glass of wine because I enjoy having a bath and a glass of wine. And it can become part of a healthy repertoire of things that you do in your life that will help you to care genuinely for yourself. I've written quite a lot on the blog about maybe like different areas you can look at of self-care, different things we can consider, and why it's important for us as individuals to look after ourselves. And maybe I'll put a little link in the comments down below to the blog, and then maybe we can share with each other some things that make us happy, little moments in our day that make us stop and feel joy, relaxed, energised. I'm going to leave it there. My husband is going to watch this and realise why it took me so long to go shopping. And I will check in with you again next week. Thank you for listening. Bye.